Hello, anyone and everyone. I am Echo, and today we're exploring Lifeless Planet. Just a quick recap of what happened at the end of the last episode. Our character started running out of oxygen once again, and he ran up to the pod, the oxygen dispenser pod, but it was broken, and he started hallucinating because of his lack of oxygen. And he remembered how his wife. He recounted the time when he found his wife's dead body. She had died while out hiking in the woods nearby their house, and she had apparently been there for some time before he found her because moss had started to grow around her feet, possibly on her feet. That kind of wasn't clear, but doesn't really matter if it was on or just near her feet, but whatever. Point is, he could tell it was freshly grown moss. Anyway, but that one little detail makes me once again question what the heck is going on with the Russian lady and this dude's suspicious lack of oxygen. I know this is probably like the last episode, or at the very least it's probably the second to last episode. We're totally near the end of the game here. So it's probably, about time that I stop theorizing so much, but I can't help it because it's way too big of a coincidence that the Russian lady has, that weird power where she was mutated on by the Russians, or she was experimented on by the Russians, and they mutated her into becoming part plant, and in fact more plant than human, biologically. And wherever she walks, moss grows. Moss that produces oxygen to help revitalize the planet. That was the whole plan. So, wherever her feet step, moss grows, and his wife had moss growing at her feet, and that was, for some reason, a unique enough detail for him to point out. And I don't know, maybe it's just a coincidence, maybe it's one of those, story tropes about some, memory from the main character's past having relevance in the current events that they're going through, and it actually doesn't mean anything, but I can't help thinking that it might turn out to be that the Russian lady is perhaps some type of weird creation of his memories or something. I don't know. Point is, hey look, there's another note up here, and we can't run. Interesting. Com error 0021. Blah blah blah. Error in signal. Incoming feed. Why are you searching for me here? You know where I am. You left me behind years ago. You can't find me now. We're too far apart in distance and time. So I'm guessing that was a message from his dead wife. Anyway, also after, of course, just in case anybody doesn't remember, after he recounted the tale of finding his wife's dead body, one of the much bigger plant things burst up from the ground and caused a crater to form in the ground beneath his feet, and he fell through. And now we're in this idyllic-looking place with all the plant life. Oh, looks like dead wife. Yep. Classic case of dead wife there. Oh. Well, we can run again. Yeah, this is a dream sequence for sure. Oh, and we've got the multiple jumps. Nice. Cool. Alright.
Where are you?
This is cool. I always love me some surreal dream sequence platforming things. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was not cool. That was not nice, game. Okay.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yeah, unless the ground changes again. Please don't change again. Uh-oh. Oh, she's not up here. She's on that one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, whoops, we can't get up high enough to get from there. We need to go up here and go across. Okay. That makes more sense, I suppose. Oh! Okay. We almost landed on it. Is that good green mist or poisonous green mist? I generally don't trust any green mist, but I don't know. It did sort of look like it was stretching out to wake up our character, but that could easily be a coincidence. So yeah, that was just... Alright, that was clearly just a dream sequence. This must be where he fell after the ground gave way because of the giant plant thing attacking. Tracking the monster.
That's a lot of blood. I hope she's still alive.
The creature has the woman now, and she's clearly been injured. Drops of the woman's blood glow bright green on the cavern floor. I hope she is still alive, but I can't imagine how I'll be able to help her if that monster is nearby. Uh-oh. So her blood's green. Dang. I mean... don't know if that actually makes sense. Abyss. Yeah, it's a nice name for a level. Plants don't have blood, so there isn't really any reason her blood would actually turn green just because she became part plant. But, oh well. I suppose it's still thematically consistent. Not that big a deal. And who's to say, even if plants don't have blood, I'm sure the process of mutation required to make a person become part plant would do something to their DNA, and that could quite possibly result in changing the color of their blood. Of course, that would mean it would have to change the cell structure of their blood vessels, which would mean that all the blood in their body would be changed. It seems far less realistic the more I think about it. Whatever, let's stop thinking about it. Looks like we have a puzzle thing to do. Or not really? We just have to push these together, right? Oh no, the plant's right behind her. Okay. It wasn't much of a puzzle. And now it makes a little pathway to her. Does she want to try and run to safety? No, she's going to go straight towards it. Why would you do that, woman? Was she mind controlled or something by the plant? And it forced her to walk towards it? Or did she just willingly do that? Oh, okay. I'm really not sure what just happened. How did we end up here? Greenlands. Well, the abyss was short-lived. But okay. Here's another note. Get that. Aelita's sacrifice.
She saved the entire planet.
The woman I've been following is gone. Well, no, she's still here, all around me. Having given herself up to the monster to save this planet, she willingly shared her life, saving cure at her own expense. Saving cure at her own expense? What's the word cure doing there? That seems like an oddly formed sentence. Anyway, I'd like to think she's more at home here, merged with this strange and beautiful ecosystem, than in the company of a lowly human being such as myself. Whatever the case, she saved my life, along with the countless other beings on this planet. Okay, so I guess she did willingly do that. She stepped forward into the monster alien plant thing. We're supposed to go up this, right? Because that was extremely steep. I hope this is the right way. I mean, I don't see anything else. There's There's no other paths on the ground. So, yeah. But yeah, I guess, so she did willingly do that in order to, fuse with the plant and her magic touch, which previously was shown to be able to, uh-oh, don't want to fall through. You know, it's shown that she's been able to kill the plants. I guess, she's also able to take them over and transform them into something more hospitable. There you go. Anything over there? No, does not look like it. Alright. In that case, let's jump across to over here. Uh-oh, no, I can't make it. I can't make the jump. Oh, no. Okay, I guess we'll have to go onto the plant. How far back is it going to put me? Right here. Cool. Oh, almost went past it. God dang. Yeah, I think that slightly more flat-looking bit of the plant is where we want to go. Right here. Oh, no, there's a hole in the middle. Wow. I'm kind of lucky that I didn't fall through there. Okay. And then over to this rock. Looks good. Okay. Cool. Good. What's all this stuff on the ground? Is this moss? Or something? It doesn't look like moss. It looks like vines. I guess it's vines then. I guess in the process of taking over the plants and making them become nice or whatever, they're also rapidly growing out, which would explain why all those vines are connecting to all those big rock outcroppings and everything like that, as well as the smaller vines covering the ground. Okay, cool. But we still need to find a way off. And yeah, also I guess by this point I'm gonna have to stop my dumb theory about the lady not being real and being a figment of his imagination based off of his wife and the regret of her dying or whatever. Because now that she's done all this and actually physically changed the world in a very immediate way, unless it's entirely in this guy's head and none of this is actually happening, then yeah, she has to be real. But then, if that's the case, that means he still needs to find a way off this planet and back home. Right? Right, guy? Right, astronautman? It's also kind of funny that we don't know what his name is. Not that it matters. He's probably supposed to be a Mary Sue type character. No, goddammit, get higher, please. Oh god, of course. Thanks, game. That whole verticality thing is a bit of a, nope, it's not gonna work. I need to get a running start so I can go more horizontally. This way. No, what the fuck? Come on. Please? Please don't do this to me. Let me just jump up there. Alright. Now we've got a running start. Should be a bit better. There you go. Not so bad. When the game decides to work and do the controls right. Hey! That's nifty looking. Big ol' satellite dish. What's with the music in the background? It's doing like... I think that's the same kind of music it uses when you're in danger. Like when you're running around a lot of the the hostile plants and things like that, but why would that be playing in this scenario? Unless it's just my imagination. Who knows? Oh, hey. Another audio thing. Portal time.
Another portal does lead back to Earth, but hundreds of years in the future.
The portal to this planet was a one-way... thanks. Thanks, Russian guy. The portal to this planet was a one-way transport mechanism, as we discovered following our initial arrival. We originally assumed it would work like any doorway, that we could return through the same portal device at our convenience, but this was not the case. Thankfully, we eventually discovered the second portal, the departure portal leading back home. This two-portal system was actually very efficient for transport purposes, and we developed our settlements appropriately to regulate travel back and forth as necessary. But what we didn't comprehend at first was the lost time encountered through the portals. While transport happens quickly, time on Earth and on this planet are not in sync. We soon realized a week on this world was a month back on Earth. When the portals failed, this time disparity became great. When the arrival portal malfunctioned and killed so many people, we became afraid to use the departure portal to return to Earth. Over time, we started to see images we'd not recognize on the other side. There were strange towering structures, much more advanced than anything we'd ever seen before. Some believed the portal had recalibrated to the homeworld of the portal creators, but I knew the truth. The images in the portal were of Earth, but centuries into the future. Unfortunately, we never tested our hypothesis given the completely unstable power reactions from the portal. It was far more likely we would suffer a tragic transportation accident like our comrades from home attempting to reach us. There were no volunteers and eventually no further opportunities before the portal went dark and cold. In retrospect, I wish we'd taken our chances. Yeah. I'll never understand that. It happens a lot in stories in general, where people will continually, like, they'll be faced with a situation like this, where they're trapped on a planet, and they're pretty much guaranteed to stay here until they run out of supplies and die of hunger, and yet they're too afraid to take their chances doing something that could save them, but, like, it has the chance to kill them. Can't go in here, can we? Oh, okay. Never mind. Whoops. But yeah, like, I don't get that. It's like, you're guaranteed to die in one way, but it'll be a slow death. Which, I mean, they're not in a paradise. If they were on, like, a tropical island, and they had the possibility of just dying of old age, if that was all that was going to get them, then sure, I'd say that doesn't sound so bad. Living out a relatively comfortable life on a, you know, in a really nice environment, that doesn't sound so bad. But they're on like a hellish lands, you know, wasteland type place with no plants, no water, no nothing, and they're not gonna live out, you know, they're not gonna live out a comfortable life, and they're not gonna live out much of a life at all, because they're not gonna die of old age. They're gonna die of hunger, starvation, thirst, things like that. So it's like, they don't have anything to gain from that. They only stand to lose. And if the alternative is to step through a portal that, say, has a 50-50 chance of killing you instantly, or sending you back home, then step through the frickin' portal. Like, for God's sakes. I mean, sure, if it kills you, kind of sucks, but you were gonna die anyways. And there's a lot of those big plants sticking up, like they're watching us go. Or maybe it's purely coincidence. Maybe they're just sticking up trying to get some sunlight to keep growing. Can we actually get over to any of them? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, we do have the jumps, but I don't think we'd have anything to gain from going over there. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting about the Russian people and the bad decisions that they made. Because look, there's the portal, there's the way home. The way home that they could have took. And it's probably gonna work for our character. I'm willing to bet that the story is going to end with him going home. Which means it would have worked for them as well. Anything else around? No? Alright, I guess we just walk into the portal. Kind of disappointing, actually. Would have kind of hoped that we'd see the Russian lady before we left or something. Oh, hey! Oh, it's like another one of those alien stone turbine things. That's cool. Oh, and you can see like energy traveling through the vines around here. I guess powering that. Oh, that's another possibility. Because it's already been determined that these turbine things work off of the power that the plant life helped generate. And if all the plant life was dead while the Russians were here, then the portal might have not had enough power to send them back anyways. So it wouldn't necessarily have worked for them. But now that the one lady went and sacrificed herself and fused with the plants, then that means the plant life is more alive and, you know, generating lots of power and stuff. So yeah, that's a possibility. That could be the case. And those look just like normal skyscrapers. Like modern day.
As I understand, you've kept your wife on life support. It sounds like you haven't been able to let her go.
Actually, I did it for her. I want to give her every chance to live again. Even if I'm not here.
Yo. If this is Earth, what's the portal doing here? Or, well, actually, no, this could just be the same portal. Because they found one in, I forget where it was. Some part of Russia is where they found the original portal. So I guess, yeah. I didn't actually connect and think that there is an actual physical structure on Earth. But I guess there must be for them to have found it. But yeah, that's that. And hey, look, it's a modern city. What city is it? Probably not one I'll recognize. Oh, it's actually, those aren't just regular skyscrapers. It's a super futuristic place. Cool. So yeah, like he said, it was like a century into the future. And that's the end. Lifeless Planet by David Board. I guess he was the writer. A Stage 2 Studios production. Yeah, Stage 2 Studios. They're the developers. I believe they publish the games themselves as well. I guess I might as well just give a little notice that there's a link in the description of the video if you want to buy the game. If it seems like fun, go ahead. You can do that. I won't force you. But yeah, so I guess that was Lifeless Planet. That was a pretty cool game. It was pretty cool. Overall, like I said, the controls were not great, but you know what? That's not a big deal. The environments were pretty. Puzzles could have been better. The puzzles were pretty basic, never very hard at all. But I mean, I don't particularly enjoy hard puzzles. I just like clever puzzles. You know, so that's fine. There's definitely a huge difference between being clever and hard and easy. Those are all totally different things. But yeah, as far as the story, yeah, it was nice. I guess I really liked the mystery and the build up to it, and the slow reveal of details. I think it was really well done in that regard. But I still don't understand why the Russian lady had to act the way she did at the beginning of the game. Like, she just kept constantly, like, running away.
What most about Earth?
Well, my wife first of all, and then Earth itself. All of it. She saw the beauty of this planet long before I did.
You truly loved her.
Of course. And if you lose someone you love, even 20 light years probably isn't enough distance to make you stop missing them.
Why did that start moving? What? What does that mean? That's legitimately really weird. Does that mean there was someone inside? Like a different one of the Russian colonists who was left alive? And they were turning the thing to try to contact Earth or something? I have no idea what that meant. I guess it's a little teaser just to keep you thinking. But yeah, anyway, the only thing is, as far as the, sort of inconsistency with the Russian lady's behavior, it seemed odd that she would constantly run away from our character. Maybe she was actually afraid of us. Maybe she thought we were, like, another Russian scientist or something who was going to try and kidnap her and experiment on her more. But, I mean, if she had, like, super strength and stuff like that, then I don't think that would have been much of a problem at that point. But that one's not a big deal, I guess. And then the only other problem really I had was with the way it ended. Ended sort of suddenly, with him just sort of walking through the portal and going back home, but now it's like 100 years in the future at least. It seems there could have been more of a conclusion to his story. Not necessarily that I think the conclusion could have been better, because there wasn't really a conclusion at all. Like, so to speak. Like, he got home, sure, but, like, we don't really know what happened to him or what his thoughts on the experience were. Which, I guess, goes back to the thing about him just basically being sort of a Mary Sue character. He's just sort of there for the player's input, but to have a Mary Sue character with a dead wife and lots of memories of the past and everything like that seems a bit conflicting, but I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna stop complaining about it now. Overall, I like the game. I thought it was good. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, and I don't know what game I'll be doing next, but I hope you enjoy that as well. I will see you later. Bye-bye.